Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
On the ground, here's the fourth-round pick from April's draft. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon. Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started. Throwing is Williams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the Bears at 11-2 now, and they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row. And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Bears 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together.
Thumbs up. Ready? Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This defense for the Bears, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. So an onside kick. Bail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He got 29 yards that time. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Travis Hunter, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. You look at this Bears defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
To the left side, into the hands of Odunze. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw is Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football. Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Fields. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Arian Smith, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have come back to make it a 2-point game.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Fields trying to throw for it. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jets' 40-yard line.
Here's Williams. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, Williams. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze, 35 yards. And the Bears are able to widen their advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had it quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Santos
out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Fields. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go, son. Johnson. Turn around, sir. Right.
Fields now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And a good rally to the football there as it looks as if they're going to stop him a couple yards shy of the marker. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 4th down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Arian Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
And that's caught at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner is a former defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Again, he'll drop to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
First down and goal.
They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Monangai. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kyle Monangai, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Santos now to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Bears 28, Jets 18.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Williams from the gun on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Throwing again here, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You got to be
taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Justin Fields as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. Got to keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's good for a Jets first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. The 20. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here we go, son.
They'll run with Hall. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Open man down the field. That's Burden. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Bears
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on first down. A pass complete to Odunze. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards there for number 15. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are back within a score. Santos with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to...
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 65 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
27-yard line.
Pay the bills, and now I'm fit it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Down the left sideline. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 24. 58 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them, that's their weakness. And by the way,
picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Here we go. All right.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Arian Smith, 32 yards. And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Bears 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards there for number 15.
15 yards. And the Bears first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Swift bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that...
Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now it's Fields. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here we go. Go.
To throw is Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Here we go, Scott.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they run the option on 2nd down. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields, 42 yards. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They'll look to throw. Now Fields going to run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
No gain on the
Andre
play.
Cisco there on the stop.
At the 35-yard line.
To the air, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ready to go.
To throw, it's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 at enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Looking to throw is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
4th and goal.
Vegas!
They'll go. Here's Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now he's got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
First down.
Here's Williams. And now here's another interception. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy